defense by the Chargers, but remember the added slants, those little quick passes inside in these situations out of this style of an offense. You get little swing passes to the running back and quick slants to the wide receivers, and usually the guy in motion is the key receiver.
Second down, goal to go. Cunningham rolls right, he throws, drills a touchdown. Ed West, the tight end, has the touchdown. Cunningham now is thrown for 3.
Now watch what happens here. They're trying to run a pick on this play involving Ed West. Watch this. Ed West is lined up in the outside right. One receiver, Barnett, goes out. West goes in. And we're sort of talking about lost without a clue here for the defense. A zone defense. He sits down and no one knows where Ed West is except for Randall Cunningham.
Cunningham's reaction as the extra point is good, and the Eagles are right back in the middle of this ball game.
Well, if you want two people that are key for the emotion of this offense, it's Ricky Watters and Randall Cunningham. The Chargers just let Cunningham in this offense do what they really didn't want to have happen. That's give him success, give him yards on the ground running the ball, and give that man right there not only confidence in the rest of his offense, but more importantly, the rest of his offense confidence in him.
An 80-yard touchdown drive in 8 plays, consuming just over 4 minutes on the clock, and listen to the crowd here at the vat. A standing ovation for the Eagles.
Charlie, very importantly, we saw the Chargers come out last possession and pound the ball with Natron Means. Means has not been in the game since he was hit low by Frazier. We saw him getting taped on the sideline. He was the power, and he was the attitude along with that offensive line. What did the Eagles do after that field goal? They came back with a little power and attitude of their own.
Chargers lead it now 27-21. Here's the kickoff. Ronnie Harmon, one of the upbacks, is going to take it. He takes it to the 17-yard line. He's to the 20. And he kind of slides to the 25-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the return.
You know, one thing you got to do when you come to a game like this and talk about this are the other guys. You know, the other guys are the people you've seen that, you know, nobody knows. There's Dingle, 55, just signed. What's his job? Get down and make things happen. You want job insecurity. When you're just recently signed, your head coach says, I want you in on tackles or you'll be flipping Philly cheesesteak Monday morning. That's pressure. Pressure isn't playing for $3 million. Pressure's playing for the minimum and having to make plays.
Natron Means is back in the ball game for San Diego. Humphreys comes out throwing. He comes underneath the covers to Sean Jefferson. He's going to pick up around 7 yards on the play, and Humphreys is down. And now he comes up limping. It'll take more than that to get him out, though. He's really a tough cookie.
He really. If you remember the old night from the Monty Python and the Holy Grail movie, they chop off an arm, chop off a leg, and all he kept saying was merely a flesh wound, had worse. You got to do more than give this guy a flesh wound. You got to take something off to get him out. Remember that great comeback last year when he came in and beat the Raiders and gave this team the heart it still has.
Only you would equate Humphreys to Monty Python. All right, we've got flags and whistles. And it could be a false start for the offensive line of the Chargers. Chargers have been penalized twice in the ball game for 15 yards.
87 offense before the snap.
It's on Dwayne
5
Young.
yards, still second down.
Second time that he has been tagged. He was caught earlier for holding. Third penalty against San Diego.
And that's the third time now we've seen key times in possessions, people jumping offsides. We had Ike Davis, we had Panos for the Eagles, and now you get a quick one by Young.
Second down and 8. Natron Means has a big hole up the middle. He's got the first down. He's across the 45 near the 50-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 49-yard line. 21 yards on the play. He was finally stopped by Eric Zomoff. who has replaced Zordich, who has that full groin and strong safety.
Charlie, you think he's feeling better? I think he's feeling a lot better. I don't know what they put on that ankle when they taped it, but they put something on that put a little nasty on him because he blasted that one.
That's the end of the third quarter. Chargers are up 27-21. We'll be right back after these messages from your local.
Intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the NFL is prohibited.
We start the fourth quarter. San Diego has the ball on their own 49-yard line. First down. Natron Means has rushed for 90 yards. You'll try to add to that total. You can give him a couple more to 92. Humphreys has thrown for 114. And Means carries here. Here's Randy.
Remember the power and attitude? There's 4 bodies in that circle. 2 with white jerseys, 2 with blue jerseys. Here comes the 5th body. You notice how that spot in that hole didn't get much smaller? Only thing that wasn't in that hole after he ran through it were people with white jerseys on. An excellent job by Moten and Courtney Hall, just smushing people out of the way.
The market at the 50-yard line, second down and 9. Here's Means has a hole just behind right guard. He'll go to the Eagle 47. So he picks up 3 yards on the play. It'll be third down and 6 for San Diego.
And it sets up the San Diego offense in a must-pass type situation. And that equates out now to the speed moves of the defensive ends. Fuller and Mamula coming after Stan Humphries. Look for quick, rapid pressure if Stan Humphrey gets that pressure.
San Diego's converted 3 of 9 third down opportunities. Humphries rolls left, sets and throws, knocked down. Good defensive play. Derek Frazier makes the play for the Eagles. Sean Jefferson, the intended receiver.
Oh, it's a nice job picking up the blitz by the Chargers offense. Stan Humphries rolled out to the side, and what the Eagles got on this play, they got a nice defensive play. See that left hand? You know, we talk so much about sizes and athletic ability and whatnot. It's great to see plays being made because people are technique-wise fundamentally sound. Very sound play by Frazier.
And you saw Kelvin Martin. He's set for the return. He calls for a fair catch, and he will pull it in at the 10-yard line. So the Eagles take over following the 37-yard kick. Chargers lead this one 27-21 in the fourth. High-tech National Football League action.
That's right. You know, your feet get hot. What do? You let that big toenail air out, and that airs out the whole back of your foot.
That's Sean Lee of the Chargers. Cunningham to throw. And we've got flags. Randall Cunningham coming into the ball game, and in the press and the television and the radio all week long here in Philadelphia and across the country, talking about the fact that he was
Ball
full.
start, right guard offense, 5 yards, still first down.
He was pulled early in the second quarter in the game last week, and immediately after the game was over, Ray Rhodes, the head coach, said he's going to start next week. Well, what has he done so far? He has completed 17 of 24. He was knocked down with his shoulder bruise. He's come back in the ball game, 149 yards. He has thrown for 3 touchdowns. He has done a very good job for the Eagles today.
In spite of some stupid penalties by his offensive line in front of him.
First down and 15. Here's a swing to the right side. Here's Ricky Wallace.
See, that shows good patience offensively from the coach's standpoint. You get a bad penalty, you get backed up. The first really reaction is to try to get stuff back, try to make up yards. And what John Gruden did there, the offensive coordinator, is he said, look, I'm going to take a shot to move the ball out, put Randall in a more comfortable, safer position for him to throw it.
How old is Gruden?
Gruden's 32 years old.
He looks like he's about 103. He's the youngest offensive coordinator in the league?
Oh, yes, easily.
Cunningham fires. He is on target again. Going to the 20-yard line is Calvin Williams. This is going to be close to the first down. Let's see where they spot it. Should be just shy of it. And we have a Charger down.
Terrence Shaw, the rookie cornerback, is down after this quick slant. He had the coverage on this play. That's just laying the ball in exactly where it's supposed to be. Just a nice job by Randall Cunningham. Good concentration all the way around. And actually good defensive plays. Just very, very little. When a quarterback and a wide receiver have that timing, you can really do.
And you saw Shaw, number 29, coming to the right side of the receiver, rolling underneath him. We've got an injury timeout. We'll step aside. Back in a moment. Willie Clark, number 31, replaces Terrence Shaw. Now remember, it's third down, about a half a yard to go for the first down. You look for the Eagles to stay on the ground, pick up the first down, and then go right at Willie Clark.
If you have your druthers, that's where you go to the new guy. But if you have your druthers here, you go to the soft spot.
Here's the quarterback sneak by Cunningham. Remember, he just needed a foot, and he picks it up with a yard or so to spare. So it is now first down for the Eagles. We have 12:20 time remaining in the ball game. The Chargers are up 27-21.
Another player down on the field here on that little short yard. That's very unusual for anybody on a quarterback sneak like that to get banged up at all. As you see Terrence Shaw re-enter the game, so Mr. Willie Clark will not be tested too soon here by the Eagles.
But then do you come back and test Terrence Shaw because he was banged up a moment ago?
No, I don't think so. Actually, for the Chargers, a bigger concern for them is Reuben Davis here, number 93, down on the ground. He is a key member of the inside of that tons of fun, a part of the defense.
Be sure to stay with us here on NBC this afternoon. Coming up next on most of these NBC stations, it is Game 2 of our NFL doubleheader. And you are being for the air attack of Steve Young, Jerry Rice, Super Bowl champion, your former ball club, the 49ers. They're going to host the NFL's best young quarterback in Drew Bledsoe and the New England Patriots. Who do you like in that ball?
I think New England's got to prove to not only everybody else, has to prove to themselves they can score. Drew Bledsoe has not thrown a touchdown in 1995. That is not a soft defense in San Francisco. And if he gets behind early, he will throw picks for 6.
So it's not a potential Super Bowl matchup now?
Not quite yet, until the New England defense really gets it together and Mr. Bledsoe starts playing more of a team game offense.
How good are the 49ers this year?
I think they look as good as Dallas at this point, if not a little bit better.
Will they miss Young?
Oh, they're definitely going to miss. You've got to miss a guy that's that good on the football field. Off the field, as a team morale and team unity standpoint, I don't think they miss him a lick.
What about at practice? I heard he's great at practice. And, and he participates with it.
Oh, he's like any other veteran. He rarely does. He stands on the sideline and watches. See, it's easy to be good there. Okay. Here we go. Here, let's take a look at how Mr. Davis gets in this situation. On the nose, working against Raleigh McKenzie. Very simple. See the left knee? The left knee gets trapped underneath Joe Panos. The young right guard comes right down on the side of that knee. Ouch.
Is that another turf injury?
That's
what happened anyway.
That's bad timing in physics. That's just a matter of getting weight on the side of a joint that's not meant to go in that direction. You could be in mud, you could be in sand, or you just happen to be on AstroTurf.
12 minutes and 21 seconds. That is the time remaining here in the ballgame. Well,
remember, Terrence Shaw came back in real quick. He's back in after missing that quarterback sneak. It was more of, I think, kind of a head situation. He caught his helmet on fellow teammate Lewis Bush's thigh pads to shoulder pads right there as he went for the hit. So I don't expect him to be sort of a beacon they're going to go after at this point. If there's some place you'd want to go after and test early, it's the middle of the Chargers offense without Reuben Davis. If he is hurt severely, that is a critical blow for San Diego. He is a real pillar for that entire defense.
He has been replaced by John Perella. Play action fake. They're going deep, and they're going right after Shaw, and it's underthrown. Fred Barnett got behind Terrence Shaw.
Immediately.
Woo, did they ever.
Shaw. That was just a poor case of execution there by Randall Cunningham, because he had 6 points. If he can throw that ball another 3 or 4 yards further. Gets good protection here, and just does not put enough air underneath this one.
And he, in addition, puts it over the wrong shoulder, doesn't he? That's the end of it. But he was looking back over his right shoulder and had to turn to your left. And that on a deep pattern is one of the hardest things to do, because then you've got to turn around and pick up the ball again.
Yeah, from my standpoint, that's why they pay those guys so much money. Whoa, big hit by Sean Lee, the other defensive tackle, getting right in Ricky Waters' face.
For the same reason, now an update. Here's Greg Gumbel of the Big Money in New York. Go, Greg.
Thank you so much, Charlie. At Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Steve Bono gets the Chiefs back into the thick of things. 19 yards to Willie Davis, and that cuts Oakland's lead now to 17-14. The Raiders over the Chiefs. Still plenty of time in the fourth quarter. Mr. Jones.
You know, so far this year, that's been a great combination for Kansas City. Willie Davis and Steve Bono lit the Seahawks up.